Hi, guys, and Happy New Year. It's time for another episode of Ask a Realtor. With this being the first episode of the new year, I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty pumped. I kind of want to switch things up a little bit and talk to you guys about some questions I've gotten about becoming a realtor. So, I know there are dozens of questions you may have at home. There are dozens of questions I've been asked in person as well as through the DMs. So I want to touch on two of the main questions that I get asked a lot. Okay. So the first question is someone will come to me and say, hey, I have an interest in real estate. I want to become a realtor. Where do I start? Where do I go, Jasmine? I don't know how to get started. I just know there's this interest and I want to make sure I go about it the right way. I love it. I love doing research, okay? I don't know why. I love doing research. So that's what I always tell people. Start with your research. In your area, there will be a licensed real estate school. If you are confused about what schools are approved and not approved by the board, you need to go to the North Carolina Real Estate Commission's website. In there, you will be able to search for whatever school you are considering attending for real estate. They will tell you if your school is either approved or not approved through the commission. So with that being said, say you have 2-3 schools in mind in your area, and you want to know which one is the best one. I always like to tell people to look at the reviews. There are Google reviews. Google reviews are not the end-all be-all, but they will give you some direction on whether the students felt like they had enough support from their instructors, whether they were well prepared for the test, things of that nature. And one good thing, or one silver lining in the pandemic, is that the pandemic has opened up virtual learning. So now the commission allows for us to attend classes virtually, which means that you may be in the mountains, but you saw a school on YouTube that's out by the beach, and you really want to go to that school because you feel like that school has the best results. Well, check out that school and see if they have virtual classes. 9 times out of 10, they will, and then you can attend that way from the comfort of your own home. Me, I'm an in-person kind of girl, so I went to real estate school in person. It was fun. I loved it. I actually got to know my teacher, know a little bit about him, his history, why he was passionate about it. And I think that allowing that personal contact or that personal interaction between you and your teacher will not just help you take in the material more, but help you feel more comfortable asking questions, whether it's aloud or after class, before class, in between breaks, what have you. So to start in the real estate business, what I would tell you to do is do your research. You need to find a school, but not just any school. Find a school that's going to fit you, that's going to work for you. If you have friends that are realtors and they went to different schools, ask them, what was their experience in that school? What did they like? What did they not like? What would they change? Would they go to a different school? All of these questions. So have a list of questions lined up about the real estate school that you want to go to must meet. So, second question I get asked, the big question, right? Is the test hard? I want to let everyone know there are 2 tests you have to take and pass the final exam in your class. So you have to pass your class, not just go and attend, but you have to pass the final exam in your class before you get approved to take the state's exam. So with that being said, most people don't know that, of course, so they don't come to me about the class final. They come to me about the state's exam. I will say this because I don't want to discourage anyone. North Carolina is very thorough in making sure that us realtors are knowledgeable when we serve you. They are very good at asking the hard questions on the test, but it's not to discourage you or to deter you. It's to make sure that when we're out here serving the community knows and feels comfortable that we have done our research, we have done the homework, we have studied, and what we're telling them is accurate. So I would tell people there isn't a right or wrong way to study. You never know what the commission is going to ask. But again, if you go to North Carolina Real Estate Commission's website, they have a breakdown of how many questions they'll ask about each subject. And in that subject, you can then go to your book, which you had in class, and review that. There is also a separate book that the commission has that you can also buy on their website, or you can buy from your teacher in class, that is like a study guide and kind of hits more of the key points, because when you're in class, you have this huge textbook, right? You have a big textbook. But when you go and buy the book from the commission, it's a little thinner, it hits on key points, and it gets you there, and it's like, hey, boom, bing, boom. These are the different subjects, these are potential questions, and then when you take the test, none of the questions that were in this commission study guide are verbatim, but the subjects are similar or the prompts are similar. So to sum everything up, what do you do to start in the business? Do your research. Find a school and a professor or teacher that is going to help bring out the best in you. Second thing, what about the exam? What do I need to know for the exam? Everything. No, but you need to be confident. You need to study. You can never study enough. And I would use all resources that are at your disposal. And that's what I did. I reviewed my textbook. I got the book from the commission. My professor, I keep saying professor, my teacher also had a study book that we could purchase through him, and we could take home and study. And I'm just on the kitchen table and in the dining room, I have 3 books lined up, and I'm studying them all because that's my passion and that's what I wanted to do. So I want to tell you, never give up, never be discouraged, but you will have to study, and it's honestly worth it. It's worth it. So if you have any other questions about becoming a realtor, about, hey, I'm thinking about buying or selling my home, what do I need to do to get all my ducks in a row, to get the best deal, to get the best offer, etc., earnest money, due diligence money, timelines, things like that, I want to hear from you. I love getting your feedback. I love getting your questions. I love hearing everything people have to say, like, hey, well, can you talk about this? Can you touch on this? Or I really liked when you highlighted this, but I wish you could have gone more in depth. I want to hear from you because I want to make sure I'm producing content that you actually want to hear. So again, thank you for staying with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always watching. Welcome to 2022. And this is the first segment or episode of Ask a Realtor. See you guys soon.